So this film actually had two characters in it, actually.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty simple film. Nothing wrong with having two characters. I've seen some phenomenal films with just a handful of characters. I Am Legend had one character, plus a dog, I think it was. Welcome to Indie Film Screens. I'm your host, Stefan J. Davis, along with another wonderful host.
I am Jerome Lee Brown.
Jerome Lee Brown. And we have a treat for you today. We have a film called Uphill. Uphill. That's a hard thing to do. Going uphill is not easy.
Yeah.
You can go downhill very easy, run quickly down, but going uphill, especially like on a bicycle or something, very tough. So that was the point of the name of this film, Uphill, because it was an uphill battle. It was tough. And that was for our main character. So this film actually had two characters in it, actually.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty simple film. Nothing wrong with having two characters. I've seen some phenomenal films with just a handful of characters. I Am Legend had one character, plus a dog, I think it was. So it's possible, very doable, and they did it with this film. And the second person in the film was the lovely Caitlin Newberry, who I've had the pleasure to work with on one of my films before.
And I had the pleasure looking at her while he was working on it.
Yes, indeed. So as he managed the production and I directed it, we both worked with the lovely Caitlin and had a great time, along with a lot of great, wonderful folks in the crew and some cast and things, and so it was a good time.
But she's a wonderful actress.
She is. She's a really great actress, and she actually showed off some nice acting chops in this film, too, as well. Got a little emotional and things.
Yeah.
So, once again, I got to put on my critique hat, my Spielberg, Eagle, who's the people again? Spielberg, what's those guys called? Siskel and Ebert, is that?
Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah, so
I think one of them passed some years ago.
So it's a little bit of a throwback there, but when I put that hat on, I got to say that for me, the film, it kind of drags a little bit, to be honest. So I thought the beginning was nice. They did some great cuts in there. Reminded me of like a Groundhog Day type of thing. He's kind of repeating some stuff. Although it's not like he's repeating the same day over and over again, but it's just kind of showing him going through his daily routine. It's a struggle and everything. And we don't want to, give too much away because they're, in festivals and stuff, looking to win some awards. So I'm not going to spoil it, but just say that, the beginning, he's doing his thing and stuff. And they have this conversation, well, not a competition, but they have a meeting. They sit down and talk. And it felt like it really went on for quite a while there.
Yeah, it did. It did. It's like you were saying, it started off with him going through his regular morning ritual and everything. And it seemed like he was kind of depressed of some issues that he was going through. And it did start off kind of like explaining why was he having some depressing issues. And of course, when you have this much depression inside this thing going on with yourself, usually there's a woman involved.
Usually there. Yeah.
Usually.
Behind every good woman, behind every good man is a good woman, and behind every depressed man is a woman that has depressed him.
Yeah, I just won't eat at his house because he spits a lot in the sink.
Yeah,
but that's
besides the point. Yeah, let's not show too much too. I don't want to give anything away for his film. I know they're trying to.
I just read this film yesterday. Film event somewhere. He's working on that, so we gotta keep this on a low key, but we'll still talk about it as well.
Yeah. So I definitely had too much spitting. Yeah, I would say cut that down. No, that was fine. But I think what it is too is like, we have these limited budgets and things, and it's hard. Limited scenes and limited places and locations, and so you really just try to make the most of what you have. And so I felt like that diner, cafe, coffee shop. I'm not sure what the location actually was.
It was a coffee shop of some sort, neighborhood coffee shop. I got that impression.
It got kind of stretched out a little bit there. So I feel like maybe if they cut down the runtime, cut that little part up a little bit, either do that or break it up with something, or maybe even.
But I got the impression once again that cafe scene was pretty much the whole plot of reason why this relationship didn't work out, to hash out their difference and reason to explain why things didn't work out. So they probably needed a spot to go to talk.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not saying they shouldn't. That's great. Yeah, I'm just saying it felt a little long, though. Maybe they would have chopped it up a little bit, cut it up some kind of way, either less of the conversation. Maybe some Steadicam action maybe going on, a little slider action. Maybe you can break it up a little bit with that. Some extra camera shots are cutaway. I'm not sure. It's hard to do really. Like you say, when you're dealing with your lack of funds, locations, trying to put something together on a lower scale can be challenging. And so I think they did a good job with it. It just felt like it was the pacing just felt like it really slowed down and dragged a little bit inside of that cafeteria space. So I definitely understand, they're trying to, explain everything that happened and stuff and why it didn't work out. And that was cool. It just felt a little like it was dragging a little bit there.
Yeah, the whole footage of the show was about 17 minutes and 55 seconds. And without even being over-exaggerated, I think a large chunk of that time slot was pretty much dealing with inside the cafeteria area. Going back to what you just said, there was a lot of talk going back and forth. There was a lot of replaying what happened, and there's a lot of rehashing about who's wrong, who's right, and so forth. But the long story of the whole matter was the cafeteria scene could have been done a little differently, with different people in the background, different movement, different close-up with different people sitting at the cafeteria, and that sort of thing. But once again, it's one of those films is the eyes of the beholder. So why it was done this way, not that way, doesn't really matter too much. That it was done, and this is the way we have to accept it.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I mean, it was a simple story, of love that boy meets girl, boy loses girl and stuff, and so it was good for what it was for sure. And I definitely want to give a kudos to the ending because I thought it did a great job with that ending of it. With the bringing out the emotion and cut it right back to the other shots and flashbacks and the music and everything. And so that was definitely a job well done on that part.
Yeah. I like the music they chose to do this. A little light southern music in the background. Everything turned out pretty nice with that. I can't really say too much about the film other than it was plain cut and dry to the point. Upset guy having a problem with his relationship. Meet with the young lady that he's having problems with, and they talk their difference out. And from that point on, the rest of it, like they say, is
It's history.
Huh?
It's history.
Well, that too, but I don't want to say they go separate ways. But
No.
But once again, they got to figure out what the problem is, and take it from there. I
mean, I don't think we're giving away too much because the plot's pretty simple and straightforward. We're just avoiding showing some of the shots and getting to the whole film. We don't want to play the whole film for you, of course. We don't want to give anything away from there.
Yeah, and that's why you got these different clips popping up,
But yeah, I mean, I think there's no spoiler alerts. The story is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was good. Did a good job with it.
Yeah, I thought it was an idea. It was a pretty good ideal way to do the film, and everything worked out okay in the advantage of of both parties. It's hard to say anything because no matter what you say, you're going to end up giving away a plot or something, and we don't want to do that because this film, like we mentioned, is still going through the process of being shown in shows and in independent film events and so forth. Once again, we thank you for sending your footage to us, and if you got something you want to send to us, please follow the instructions on the bottom of the screen. Emails, Facebook, Indie Film Screenings, YouTube channel. There's a lot of ways you can get a hold of us. And don't forget about our sponsor, which is who now?
Insignia Graphics.
InsigniaGraphics.com. You can also check out the stuff they do for us and also the things they can do for you. T-shirts, banners, whatever you need printed up. They'll be happy to do that for you. We thank them once again for sponsoring the show with us. With that, I think we're done here.
That's it. Yep. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next time.
All right, I'm out of here. Bye.
I was going to do a quick one because I don't think we had any audio at all. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Indie Film Screenings. I'm your host, Stefan J. Davis, and this is J. Romley Brown, right?
I thought she was joking.
No, I wasn't.
We're doing the whole thing over again?
Yeah. Real quick this time, though, because, like I say, I was looking at it, I'm like, man, I don't think we have any audio, but I'm like, well, maybe we do, it's just not showing up on the screen. But we did.
Well, let's just share the information, what happened, then we go right to the beginning of the whole thing again. Somebody forgot to push the record button, so now we have to do the whole thing over again.
No, it was recorded, just the audio wasn't there.
We have no audio sound.
So, you're fired.